was browsing around the internet, looking for a nice place to go on a rainy afternoon, when I came across this spot, Babka Deli, located on one of my favorite streets. It has always been a beautiful, wide and long street, even years ago. With its old trees and lush greenery, it's always been one of the prettiest corners of the city. And when I saw that Babka Deli was located there, I knew we had to go. The place looked lovely, and I thought it was worth a try. Well, I wasn't disappointed, neither in the street nor in Babka Deli. It was a great choice. This street is especially pleasant after a quiet rainfall. Walking down it and discovering this little place felt truly uplifting. Babka Deli turned out to be bigger than I had expected, and it was a well-equipped place. The selection was great, clearly catering to a local clientele, a spot for regulars to sit, eat, and drink. During the day, they offer set menus, soups, and a surprisingly refined gourmet selection. I must say, out of all the places I've visited so far, the cappuccino here was the best of the best. I went for an oat milk cappuccino this time. I've given up experimenting with cow's milk, as I've explained in earlier videos, so I ordered it with oat milk, knowing I'd like it that way. But I got a delightful surprise I hadn't expected. There was date syrup at the bottom of the cup. As I drank it, already delicious and well mixed, when I started to reach the syrup, it turned into something incredibly tasty. That was a truly lovely surprise, and something I really enjoyed. I have a feeling I might not have been given a cappuccino after all, but rather the Babka Mocca Frappe, maybe by accident, or because I'd been asking about oat milk options, and this is possibly what they ended up bringing me. A vegan drink with espresso, cocoa, date cream, and oat milk. The place itself is a very pretty corner brunch spot. The location is excellent, and the outdoor terrace is beautiful when the weather allows. It's a modern, thoughtfully designed place. However, I didn't like the indoor lighting. It had a bluish tone that made me worried about how it would look in the video. Strangely, the footage turned out beautifully warm, but in real life, I didn't enjoy sitting in that light at all. For me, the lighting really affects the mood, and that was one of the few things I didn't like. Otherwise, it's a very stylish and modern place. For my meal, I chose something from the menu that caught my eye on the spot. Goose Breast Eggs Deluxe, scrambled eggs on butter-toasted brioche bun, topped with smoked goose breast and pink onion. When they brought it out and I saw the plate, I thought for a second it couldn't be what I ordered. It was huge, a big towering portion of scrambled eggs with delicately sliced meat on top. At first, I thought I had made a big mistake and should have chosen something else. But in reality, it tasted quite good, especially while the pink onion was still on top. The scrambled eggs were prepared really well. Every element was gourmet level. Still, it's just not the kind of dish I would ever pick if I had seen a photo of it beforehand. That's why I really appreciate menus with food photos. It helps avoid surprises. If people can see what a dish looks like, they're more likely to choose something they'll enjoy. This meal, for example, would be perfect for a grown man with a big appetite, someone twice my size. He would enjoy it, feel full, and leave completely satisfied. For me, it was way too much. And visually, it wasn't the type of gourmet presentation I usually enjoy either. I arrived at Babka Deli very hungry, but honestly, after 5 bites I was completely full. I still pushed through bravely. It was also a bit tricky to eat with a knife and fork. The whole thing slid around the plate, so I wouldn't recommend it as a spontaneous date choice. If I saw this dish, I definitely wouldn't order it, because I'm fine with a small portion of scrambled eggs, but I don't like such a large amount. That said, this was absolutely not a fault of the dish. It was actually one of the best preparations of scrambled eggs I've ever had. They were soft and light, but somehow, I'm still not really a fan of the yolk, and the white being all mixed up and cooked together. If I'm being honest, I'd probably enjoy eggs more if they were completely raw, strange as that may sound. I much prefer very soft eggs, like soft-boiled or sunny side up, where the yolk stays separate and runny. So this was a good reminder to myself not to order scrambled eggs. Again, the meal was well made, but definitely not the right choice for me. However, that fantastic oat milk cappuccino thing, together with that date syrup, totally balanced the experience. It was a masterpiece, so delicious I haven't found anything like it since. So while the meal was a bit of a gamble that didn't quite work out, the cappuccino was a surprise hit. In the end, the two balanced each other out, and I left with a great overall impression. So after all, the place is absolutely worth visiting. Anyone living nearby should definitely check it out. It's perfect for a quick stop too. It's not among the cheapest spots, but the quality is high, the selection is great, and the food is freshly prepared in a beautiful, open kitchen. A truly lovely, high-quality place. I'd happily go back and try something else, though I wouldn't change a thing about that cappuccino. I'd order it again in a heartbeat. As for the Babka Deli neighborhood, it's absolutely gorgeous. Dropping by here is always a treat. Whether it's raining or sunny, I'm really glad I visited this place. Even though the meal wasn't quite right for me, it was still a lovely experience. And about the Babka Deli area itself, it's really interesting. Out of all the inner-city areas in Budapest, this is the only street I can say has not only preserved its character and quality over the past 10 or even 20 years. It has actually become even more beautiful. This spot was charming 10 years ago, and 20 years ago as well. And I honestly can't say that about any other part of the city. Usually, you see districts or streets go through a rise, there's a peak period, and then about 10 years later they start to fade. But not here. This neighborhood just keeps getting better. You can see it in the growing number of high-quality restaurants and shops opening up. The whole area feels like one long culinary promenade, filled with beautiful places, from quick pizza spots to exclusive dining experiences. There's a bit of everything, and all of it is top quality and absolutely delightful. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this, I hope to see you in the next one. I'm off to continue my little exploration, trying out more bakeries and brunch spots. Until then, have a lovely day.